welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to be going through and removing the TGVs from the intake manifold and then removing the butterflies that are inside the TGVs. So it'll be kind of like a partial TGV delete. And it's a lot easier for me since I've been doing the engine build and everything. The intake manifold is already off of the motor, obviously. So yeah, we'll go ahead and separate the TGVs, and then I'll kind of give you guys a quick kind of how-to to remove the butterfly. So let's get into it. Okay, for starters, we need to remove the TGVs from the intake manifold, which is this piece here that's got the fuel rail set up on it. So we have these bolts here, a couple nuts to remove on both sides. We'll get those off and we'll separate the intake manifold from the TGVs. Also, there are a couple under here that we have to get. One is here, and another's here, and there's one more right up in here. Get those pulled out, and then we'll be able to separate the intake manifold from the TGVs. Okay, as you can see, we've gotten the TGVs and fuel system separated from the intake manifold here. Now what we're going to do is separate the fuel lines and rails from the TGVs. That'll give us, more flexibility and working space. And also, I'm not going to use these fuel rails because I have the injector dynamic setup that I have to install. So we'll get the fuel lines off, and then we'll move into removing these butterflies. Alright, now we've got the fuel lines and the fuel rail completely separated. Got them over here. What we're going to do is try to take these Phillips head screws out of these butterflies right here and hope that they don't strip out, but if they do, it's no big deal. You can take your Dremel, stick down in here and Dremel down the back sides of the heads. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. You can do it that way, or you can pull the motors off here. That way you have control of it. Lift them up, grind the back of it off, and it should come out that way. But we're going to try this way first. Hopefully they don't strip out. And check in when it's done. Ha! Yes! Alright, so I've gotten all 4 of these little tiny Phillips head screws out without stripping them. You just got to be kind of gentle. So you'll put your Phillips head in and you'll just kind of rotate, loosening and tightening, loosening and tightening, loosening and tightening. You don't have to put a whole lot of pressure, just enough to where it doesn't strip out. But it worked, which is great. So now what we're going to do is get these to rotate up. Well, we can take the gasket off because we don't need that. So we'll get these butterfly valves to rotate up like this. And then simply get a pair of pliers. Grab one side. Give it a few tugs. Boom. And there we go. And let's do the same on the other side. Fantastic. There we go. So, now we have less obstruction in our airway. Now, you can buy TGVs that have been deleted. It's just this piece here, or you can basically do it yourself. You can pull this whole assembly apart, and then you have to weld up the holes here so you don't have any kind of boost leaks or anything. That's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not a welder, so I'm not going to do that. You can also take and pull this assembly apart and cut out these fins right here on the back side. And cut these fins out just to open it up even more. But I do not have a Sawzall, nor do I want to go purchase a Sawzall for that. Just removing that bit of obstruction there will give us a little bit more airflow than what's currently we have. So now I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, there we go. There's the second one. Too easy, right? Alright folks, that's going to wrap up the quick and easy DIY TGV delete. This is really something you can do at home. It's not very difficult. You do have to be careful when you're removing the screws so you don't strip them out, but like I said, if you strip them out, it's not a big deal. You can just take and Dremel out the bottom side of it, and then the screw should come out with no problem. So like I said, you can do more as far as removing that fin or this splitter that's right here. You can do more to remove those. You can get a Sawzall and cut it out. I do not have a Sawzall. I'm not going to go buy one for it, but you can take those out to port it out even more. Just takes a little bit more time. Also, you can take and remove this whole rod that runs through here. Then again, you have to put bolts in there and weld them in. It's just kind of a headache, or you can just buy the ones that are already completely ported out for you. It just kind of depends on what you're going for. I'm trying to stay as much DIY as I can, mainly because this is an extremely expensive taking. So where I can save money, that'll be great. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys liked it. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what's your experience with this if you've done it before, and I'll catch you guys in the next update. Later.